So after we have found our R value, we have to make a conclusion and talk about what our R value tells us, and then also decide if we need to go farther and actually find the equation of the regression line or the line of best fit. All right, so first of all, what I should do is, I'm not put this in here, but this is just notes that I'm going to put in my paper when I actually write it. This 0.380733, that's a very weak positive correlation. So I'm going to say that it shows a weak positive correlation since the value is less than 0.5. Okay, so it's a weak positive correlation. When I have a weak correlation, it's not appropriate to find a line of best fit because there's not really correlation there, so the line of best fit is not going to tell me. So I'm going to put down, since we have a weak correlation, it is not appropriate to find the equation least regression equation. Now you have to make a decision here. Are you just going to stop your project? All right, do you have enough math in there, do you think, to score well enough, or should you go back and look at something else? And that's why I have a lot of you looking at different things so that you can kind of see which one has the best correlation, or you can go back and narrow it down and say, all right, well, if I limit my data to this type of data, do I get a better correlation? Because if you just do one thing, and it's very simple, all right, like you look at, like my project is the number of pairs of, the age of the number of pairs of shoes that someone owns. And I get this correlation right here. And if that's all I do and I stop and I say, oh, there's no correlation, I'm probably going to score, under an 8, which is not going to be very good in terms of my average. The paper's done. I'm going to get I'm going to get credit for it, but I'm not going to score well in my overall class grade. And your grades that you're going to get in terms of a test grade on this are not going to be fantastic either if you do that. So you probably want to go further if you get no correlation. Now, if you do a few things and you get a weak correlation, then you can make the conclusion that there's not a correlation in the data that you're looking at, even if you look at it from different areas, and you can make a comment on, okay, well, maybe if I looked at this instead, there might be more likely to be a correlation because I've learned this. And you want to talk about what you've learned. All right, so anyways, I don't have a good enough correlation to make a least regression equation. I do still have to do a scatter plot, no matter what. The scatter plot should actually come before all of this information here. I made it the last one of the last videos because I forgot about it at first. But I'm going to talk. The next video will show you how to make a scatter plot, and everybody has to make a scatter plot, even if you don't find the least regression equation. So make sure that you take a look at that and include it in your paper.